Hello, my name is Alan Voss, and I will be doing an article critique on the long term scientific benefits of a space economy by Ian Crawford from the Department of Earth and Planetary Sciences. So, the general idea of this article was to explore the benefits of creating a space economy. The benefits would include science discovery, space tourism, resource extraction, construction of large space telescopes, and ambitious space missions. So the author really breaks it down into four different reasons why space exploration, creating a space economy is beneficial. The first one being self sustained. So the author really emphasizes that this whole space economy would be self sustainable, which means that it would increasingly rely on using resources from the solar system. This is mostly due because of the extreme costs of trying to lift everything out of the atmosphere, all everything out of the Earth's atmosphere. So it will always be more economically attractive to find these resources in space if you're going to only use them there. And again, because many of these space resources will only be useful once an infrastructure exists to access and extract from, it would be a very slow process. Now, the second point would be the economic benefits. So, having outposts on the moon or in Mars would be very beneficial for resources for like drinking water, for personal hygiene, or simply as a place to find hydrogen and oxygen. Also, it would also be beneficial if that hydrogen and oxygen could be used for rocket fuel as well as for oxygen for human crews if applicable. Um, Again, like economic benefits, as in the economic savings resulting from not having to send all these resources up into space for these missions, but instead find them there already. Now, the third point being scientific discoveries. So, the main point is that by learning more about space and finding patterns, you're then able to locate economically exploitable resources. So, by understanding how the solar system works, how the planets work, what kinds of resources, um, what are these planets composed of, then you'd be able to find where we could find resources that we are in desperate need. Now, for the fourth point, I think it's very interesting that the author decides to, really appeal to the government um, to participate in this kind of space economy. So he mentions that by creating some sort of regulatory mechanism, it would be possible to create a profit. So basically, creating a tax for all these private entities from participating into this economy. Then you would have a taxation which the government can then use for more research and more um, space exploration that are not commercial, but more just to learn more and participate more into the scientific aspect of it. So the article really makes a statement saying that the bigger the space economy becomes, the larger will the profits be generated. I think it's very interesting that you can make such a an assumption like that, um, especially because there are so many other things to consider. However, in an ideal economy, the more people participate in the marketplace, then um, the bigger the economy becomes. So, yes. So, major conclusions. The author concludes that the solar system is abundant with resources, which would be tremendously beneficial to a space economy. And although most of this space economy will be purely commercial for commercial reasons, science will ultimately benefit. So, regardless of what the type of space objective is, there will always be some scientific um, um, just learning aspect to it. So going back and reflecting on the article, I think that um, the article name was really to the point. It does talk about the benefits of a space economy. Um, it doesn't really go into detail about how we could get there, um, how the government would regulate this huge market that would prevail. But it does just kind of go to the point. It's not a very just confusing article name. Um, I think the purpose of the article, the abstract, is it's really to the point, and he really emphasizes that um, he will explore the four different points into why space exploration, creating a space economy is beneficial.